What is up, my fellow reefers? Welcome back to another episode. And this week, before we start chopping everything up in this reef tank, I just want to give a quick update, just what everything looks like. And today we're going to do something different. We're going to do an update from the top of the tank, looking down, because I've never had the chance really to ever do that. So looking at other people's YouTube channels, one thing they've all mentioned using is one of these Ferrero Rocher, those hazelnut chocolates, using the bottom. So I basically bought one, gave those to a bunch of kids, and just kept the little bottom plastic of it. So we're going to go ahead and essentially have it float on the top of the water and film everything. So the first thing you can kind of notice about using this kind of tray is how much clearer of a macro shot you can get. And just looking at everything from a different view is just amazing, especially my favorite Goniopora right there. Now the red Goniopora with the blue, I will not be fragging just because I don't really have a saw to cut right through it. But I will be cutting a lot of these SPS right there. If anybody knows what this one is called, can you link that down in the comments? I don't know the exact name of this blue SPS. But we got some Forest Fire digitata, which is growing out. I'm going to frag that as well. Probably just one whole colony. Got a little bit of this Anacropora, which looks super nice from the top. I might frag a little bit of that. Here's just another kind of a top view of that one coral I'm not really sure the name of, but I love it. The little red Ferrari, which is kind of like that red dragon type of coral, that's super cool also, but this is just a tiny piece, so I won't be fragging it. This one's not using the glass, but it is a higher shot of my green slimer where I'll be fragging all the little tips off. And as you can kind of see here, a lot of the corals are just starting to grow into each other, which is becoming a really big problem. So I plan on just cutting a whole bunch of things off. For example, this little hammer, they touched another hammer and a lot of it died. I'm down to like 4 heads. Those are 2 of the 4 heads. I got a little pick of my Dragon Soul, which I'm not really a fan of. I'm not sure what I'll actually end up doing with that. The Space Invader Pectinia, which is kind of like my #1 seller. I'll definitely be fragging the crap out of that and selling it, as well as getting credit from the fish store. So that'll pretty much be removed from this tank. These little red mushrooms, I'm not sure what they're called. They probably have some kind of a name, but those are going to go too. The pink Goniopora that you see there is gonna heal up at some point. I don't know when, but it's taking its time. And pretty much every Zoa that you see in this tank at one point or another is going to be fragged in little chunks because they're starting to overgrow and grow into each other, which is causing quite a problem. They're just starting to kill everything, so at some point we'll just have them all removed. Same thing with these little gold mushrooms that you see in the back. As you see in the corner there, they're starting to just fall off, growing in other places, which I kind of don't want. And then there is this beautiful pink Millie. I think it's called a pink Millie. I might make 1 or 2 cuts of that, but I kind of like the way it's growing out so far. And then these hammers right here and the frog spawn will definitely be cut. They're starting to touch the Zoas on the bottom and just murder everything. So that's become quite a hassle. And we have, I think this is a PC Rainbow, but it kind of doesn't look like one. I'm not really sure, but hey, we'll just kind of let it grow and do its thing. Here we just have kind of a teal acro. It's actually one of my favorites. It's a little guy. He's not very big, but it's like a turquoisey color with like really deep blue tips. Some other people have mentioned that it looks really cool, but I honestly don't know what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this tank. The next video, we're just gonna start a chop shop and, you know, bust out all these corals. And, you know, we're gonna go through that entire process. But like usual, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.